All right, we are here with MMSN. This is Mike Martin, and I am going to play. This is, let's see what the date is in 2016. It's April 15th, 2016. Um, we are playing the Colorado Rockies at the Chicago Cubs. The Chicago Cubs have started the season at 9-0. The Colorado Rockies are 4-5, so we're going to see what's going on with the Chicago Cubs. So, to start off the game, it is Kyle Hendricks pitching for the Cubs. He is 1-0, pitched 6 shutout innings in his first start against Chad Bettis. We'll get his stats when they come up to bat. So, starting off, I'm going to move this a little bit over so I can see. We're using the Replay Baseball fatigue system, 24, and for him it's 24 here, so they're pretty close on these games, so it's just easy for me to find through here. So anyway, first batter, DJ LeMahieu. He's 333 on the first 10 games of the season. 12 against a lefty, it would be a double, but Hendricks is a righty, so it is a ground ball to second. One down, Trevor Story. I'll make this a little bit bigger so you can see it. Trevor Story, 24. That is a K. Next batter, Carlos Gonzalez, 400 with 1 home run in 10 games. 26 is a ground ball to the shortstop. So a 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Hendricks. So Bettis. Oh, okay, this is Chad Bettis. Okay. Chad Bettis won his first start. Well, actually, this is his third start. He's 1-0 in 2 starts with a 2.25 ERA. Dexter Fowler is up first. He's batting .250 for the Cubs. I'm going to run that just a little bit higher and run this a little bit higher so you can see. So the first batter, Dexter Fowler, 68. So walk 8, and Bettis is 3, so 11. So it has to be 9 or greater for the walk to happen. So there is a walk. And I use the automated base stealing. So if you see a plus beside whatever happens, then that is a chance at a stolen base. All right, so Dexter Fowler leads off with a walk. And I want to move this over a little bit. Okay, so Dexter Fowler up. Jason Hayward comes up with a man on first. It is a 25. All right, so Hayward 25 on his card is a ground ball to first base and a double play. So 3-6-3 on the double play. That'll be 2 outs, bases empty. Okay, so Ben Zobrist up. 324 with 3 home runs. 15 is a walk plus. So he walks, he's going to steal. So we are going to use this number, 56. So 56. So if this roll here is 56 or below, he steals the base. 35 he does. So stolen base for Zobrist. Puts him on second with 2 down for Anthony Rizzo. 176 with a home run. 28. That is a K. Strikeout for Rizzo. And that will go now to the top of the second. Nolan Arenado will come up. 15, double to left. And that would have scored anybody on first. So, man on second. 1 out for Geraldo Parra. 310, 1 home run. 56 is a K6. plus the 4 is a strikeout. All right, so Arenado on second, 1 out for Ryan Rayburn. 333 with a home run and 9 at bats. 13 is against a left-hander would be a triple to center. Kyle Hendricks is a righty, so it'll be a 4-3 putout. So that'll take Arenado to third. So 2 down for Ben Paulson. He's batting 188 and a home run. So the pitch, 82. So K4, strikeout 4. So that is not the case. So we're going to go to an error on the third baseman, which is Bryant. And we'll pull this up to show you. So the defensive chart for the Cubs, Bryant, lost it there for a minute. Okay, so Bryant, if you look over there, his error is a 4. So we roll the dice. That first die, if it is 9 or above, is an error. So he's got a 4 already, so 5 and above, 6. It is an error on the first baseman. So let's check what happens with the error with a man on third. Error with a man on third, and it is an 8. Or wait a minute. Okay, so it was a 6 plus a 4 to a 10. Ball fumbled and kicked by the third baseman in foul territory. Run scores, batter safe at first. So just a 1 base error. So we've got E5 to score the run. So Colorado goes up 1-0. Next batter will be, Tony Walters. So 2 down, man on first. 17 is a K. So that'll end the inning. Colorado up after 1.5, 1-0. So we're going into the bottom of the second. Chris Bryant will lead off for Chicago. 258, 2 home runs. 44, home run 8. That's almost guaranteed to be gone. 8 plus 4 is 12. So Bryant hits his 3rd home run of the season to even it up at 1-1. Next pitcher, Jorge Soler. Or next batter, Jorge Soler. 65 is a walk 5, and he has a walk of a 3. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. All right, so walk of a 3 and a 5. So that is 8. That is not a at 9. So that was 65. Ground ball to first base. So 3U. So 1 down for Miguel Montero, 211 in 7 games. 84. Pass ball, there's nobody on, so it is a pop up to the catcher. 2 down for Addison Russell. Addison Russell, 85. Wild pitch, there's nobody on, so 85 wild pitch, nobody on, line drive to the shortstop. So that will end the inning for the Cubs. 1, 2, 3 innings, so after 2, it is 1-1 between Colorado and Chicago. Chad Bettis, the pitcher, up. 87, Park Effect. All right, so we're going to go to, let's roll this first and we'll show it. So a 2. Bettis is a right-handed batter, so we're going to go to Chicago's defense. And if you look at the top there, for a right-handed batter at a 2 is a fly ball to left. So Bettis flies to left. That will bring up LeMahieu. DJ LeMahieu against Hendricks. Pitch, 25. It's a ground ball to the third baseman. Throws it over to first for 2 down. And that will bring up Trevor Story. 14 against a lefty would be a home run, but the pitcher is righty, so it's a 4-3 putout. quick inning for the Colorado Rockies. Going into the bottom of the third, it is still 1-1. So that'll be the pitcher, Kyle Hendricks, coming up against Bettis, 82, K6, 2, no, E4, question mark. Second baseman is LeMahieu. So let's check out what LeMahieu is. So if you look over there at second baseman, or I'm sorry, let's go to the Colorado defense. LeMahieu at second base is a error of 1. So if this dice can only be an 8, it would be an error. 7 and below, he will make the play. 3, so he makes the play. So anything, whole game's built on 9. So anything 9 or above, the condition is met. Anything below, it is not. So the shortstop, or excuse me, second baseman takes care of Hendricks. That'll bring up Dexter Fowler. So Dexter Fowler coming up against Bettis, 41. That is a K. So an automatic strikeout. Bring up Jason Hayward, 81. So that is against the right fielder range rating. Carlos Gonzalez, unless he is a 0, because again, if it gets to be a 9, then that condition of a double to right is met. Right fielder is, for the Cubs, or for Gonzalez. So let's look at the chart. Gonzalez in right field. So if you look up there to right field, Carlos Gonzalez is a range of a 7, so he's not going to get to it. So it is a double for Hayward. That'll bring up Ben Zobrist. Man on second, 2 down. Get out of there. So Zobrist, 32. It's a single to center with a 2. So we add that to the pitcher's hit of 5 is a 7. So it is below 8. So the condition is not met. So it is. So that was a 32. And that is. And he's a ground ball pitcher, so it'd be a ground ball to the shortstop, who will retire the side. So we are going to the top of the 4th. Carlos Gonzalez to come up against Hendricks. 11 is a straight out home run. So Colorado jumps out into the lead again on a home run by Gonzalez. So Nolan Arenado will come up. 77. That is against the left fielder. The left fielder today is Soler. So Soler, 77. So 3 is what the starting number is. And we're going for Soler. So Soler in the left field, he has a range of a 3. So 3 or 2. So 3 and 2 is 5. So the condition is not met. So it's just a fly ball out to left. Gets to the ball. Geraldo Parra will come up next. 87 is a park. Is the park again. So we've got he is, let's see here, he bats left. So let's look at this first number, is an 8. So I think that's going to be one of these out of the park safely. So if you look at the left-handed batting up at the top, it says OOPS, so out of park safely. So it is a foul ball, so he's going to start over again. So Parra from Hendricks, 36 is just a straight out K. So 2 down for Ryan Rayburn. 11, again, straight out home run, solo home run for Ryan Rayburn, his second of the season. And that puts Colorado up 3-1. All right, so Ben Paulson. So again, if you look at the replay system here, he's got 9 batters left before he is tired. 27, that is a fly ball to center field to end the inning. So 2 solo home runs for the Rockies, puts them up 3-1. So Anthony Rizzo will lead off. 41, that's single to right with a 2. The pitcher's hit is a 5, so it's 7. It's less than 8, so it is just a, let's see what that was. That was just a single to right, so it is going to be a fly ball to right. Retired. So that is 1 out. Kris Bryant, 73. So that is going to be a range check on the first baseman because of the 3. So 1 through the 8-1, because there is not a 9, is the different positions in green here. So we've got a line drive at the first baseman, and there's a starting number of 4. So the first baseman is Paulson. So we'll see where Paulson lies as a first baseman for Colorado. Paulson at first base is a 6. So the 6 plus the 3, he makes a 9, so that is over. He does not make the play on the line drive. So it was actually a 4. So I'm sorry, 4 plus the 6 is a 10. He does not make a play, so it is a single. Let me make sure that 7-3 line drive. All right, so it is just a single. So Kris Bryant on with a single. All right, so Bryant on with a single. That is going to bring Jorge Soler up to bat with, going to get that down below the outs, with 1 down. 34, the single to center 4 plus the 5 is a 9. So it is a single. Let's see what happens here. First to third, the runner does stop at second. So that's why I use this fact flipper from Lewis Research, because it does give you some of the stuff and you don't have to look through the rules. But we will go single, so he stays. So first and second for Montero. 72. This is catcher's framing. So let's look at the catcher. So it is a 1. Catcher is Walters for Colorado. So they're under his range. Walters is a 5. So it is not a walk because it doesn't go above. So it is a strikeout. So if, with that, it was below the 9 threshold. So it is not a walk. It is a strikeout. So Bettis strikes out Montero to get 2 outs. Next batter is Addison Russell. Against Bettis, 85. Wild pitch. All right, so let's check the wild pitch. It's a 5. Now we're going to check the next number here. In the red, 3. So it is not a wild pitch. So if it's not a wild pitch, it is a line drive to the second base. So Addison Russell, so it's Tony Walters to come up for, let's see, wait a minute, I'm a little bit out of it here. Let's see, okay. So Tony Walters will come up. Okay, so they retire the White Sox, or the Cubs. There we go. All right, so Kyle Hendricks against Tony Walters. 13 against a right-hander is a double to right. He is a right-hander, so Walters gets a double. That will bring up Bettis. And he is a sacrifice of a 4. I think they're going to try that. All right, so the first roll, we'll check the red die here. So you add it to the sacrifice hit rating of 4. So if he gets a 5 or above, he'll be able to lay down the bunt. 1, he does not. Okay, so it's a strike. Okay, so he is, I think they're just going to let him hit away now. 51 on his card is a K1. And Hendricks' K is just a 4, so it does not meet it. So 51 on this out is fly ball to the center fielder. I think the Y is an advance. So let's see, here's a second base. Man on second base only. So that is a Y. Fly ball to center Y. Okay, so actually, it's actually a runner hold. So the Y would be just for third base coming in. So he flies out to center. And no advance. So second base, that will bring up LeMahieu. Pitch, 58 is a K8. Plus 4 is 12, so it does satisfy it. It is a strikeout. Hendricks trying to keep the Cubs in the game. Trevor Story will come up next. Pitch, 66 is a walk 6. His walk is 3, so it is a walk. So now we have first and second with nobody out. Hendrick, they're going to let him. Oh, wait a minute. Screwed that up. Let's see. Let's get back Hendricks back up. So he is temporarily tired here. They're going to let him pitch to Story. 64. Walk 4 plus. His walk is a 3, so it doesn't satisfy it. 64 is a ground ball to the first baseman to retire the side. All right, so Hendricks is up, I think. Well, shoot. A little early to pinch hit him, but I think they're going to anyway. So let's see who they have on their bench. Save Baez for later on in the game. We'll go with Tony La Stella. Let's get his card up. All right, get that minimized again. So La Stella will come up for the Cubs. Let's see here. We'll move them out of the way. All right, so Tony La Stella will come up to bat. All right, we're going to have to get him reduced. All right, so Tony La Stella. To get him a little bit more reduced so he doesn't take up the whole screen. All right, so Tony La Stella will come up to bat. What happened? Oh, no, got him messed up. I don't know where he is. All right, let's see. Tony La Stella. I'm going to get him back up front and center. And he must have disappeared, so I'm going to have to open him up again. So Tony La Stella. Whoa, and now everything disappeared. All right, so I'm going to have to open up some stuff again. We'll take a pause here. Okay, we are now back. Tommy La Stella will come up to pinch hit for the... All right, we are in the bottom of the 6th. Tommy La Stella, I have to find him again. There he is. Okay, Tommy La Stella will come up to pinch hit for the pitcher. So La Stella pitch 27 is a fly ball to center. So he is out. Move that back over, fly ball to center. So there is one out. All right, so the next batter is Dexter Fowler. 1 out in the bottom of the fifth. 81. That is a check on the first baseman, or on the right fielder, the 8+1. So a K1. So we first check that. He has only a 2, so it's not a strikeout. So we're going to right field, and we'll start off with a 6. Carlos Gonzalez for the, I guess we're going to have to get that up. So for Colorado, to get up their defensive rating. All right, so let's make this a little bit bigger. So let's move that back over there. So we're going to take that down. Now we're going to go back to it. So let me check that again. So 8-1 is an SR6. So Gonzalez, we'll show you this here. Gonzalez in right field, you can see his range is a 7. So the 7 plus the 6 is 13, so it is a single for Fowler. So that is above the 9, and that makes the condition true. So Fowler is on first base. Bettis still has 6 more pitchers, or 6 more batters to go. 46 is a walk 2. His walk is a 3, so it is not. 46 is a fly ball to center. The X means nobody can advance. So 2 down. Jason Hayward. Or wait a minute, we got Zobrist. All right, so I think I screwed that up, but we'll keep it going there. 56 for Zobrist is a K6. Its K is a 2, so it is no K, but it is a fly ball to center to end the inning. So going to the top of the 6th, it is still Colorado 3, Chicago 1. Chicago has started off the season here in 2016 with 9 straight wins. So we do need a new pitcher for the Cubs. Strop is tired, so we'll go to Grimm. So let's get him in there. Oops, I think I went too far. Grimm. So Grimm will come in. Justin Grimm. He so far has been in his second. This is his second appearance. He's no runs, no wins, no losses. Nothing for an ERA. 2/3 of an inning pitched for him. So we will get that up. So we're in the top of the 6th. It is Nolan Arenado, 88. So it is a crazy play. So we're going to look down here. Bases are empty. Chance of rain. We're not going to do any rain. All right, let's see. We might do that since it's not going to be a rain delay or rain out. So roll 1 die. If it's an 8, it's a torrential downpour. New pitchers needed after rain delay. So let's roll 5. No. Okay, so we're going to go back. Pitch. Arenado, 21 is a K. So strikeout for Arenado. Geraldo Parra will be up next. So 54. So 54 is a K4. Grimm's a 7, so it is an 11, so it does come true, so it is a strikeout. 2 down for Ryan Rayburn, who homered his last time up. 55, K5 plus the 7 is 12, greater than 9, or greater or equal to 9. So that is the condition is true, a strikeout. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Chad Bettis still pitching. He's still got 4 more batters left. At least 4 batters. So Bettis to go against Rizzo. 73, a check on the first baseman. And that is Paulson. So we're going to look at his, and we're looking at it. We got a double to right if it is the 6 plus at least 3. So let's go to Paulson's card for Colorado. And you look at the first baseman. Paulson is arranged of a 6. So it is definitely the 6 plus 6 is a 12. So it is a double to right. So a double to right for Rizzo. That's going to get Chris Bryant up. Chris Bryant with a man on second, nobody out. 83. Error on the. So we've got an error on. Chance on Arenado. Arenado, let's see what he is error-wise. So at third base, Arenado is an error of a 2. So if we roll here, and it is a 7 or an 8, it would be an error. 1, it is not. So now, let's check the charts. So let's see, so a man on second, or man on second, excuse me. And let's see here. Let me see if it's on the first chart I have here. So yes, it is. Okay, so air check was a 83. Okay, so it is not a fielder's choice because it's on second. So all runners advanced 1 base. Runner on third holds. Okay, so it is just. So that was to Arenado. So he goes 5-3. Rizzo over to third. Soler. Well, come on, that was on Arenado. So Soler comes up with a man on third and 1 out, 73. This is going to be a check on the first baseman again, and he is a 6. So 5 plus 6 is 11, so that is going to make it a single. So above the 9 or above the 8 threshold makes the condition true. So it is a single to right, makes it a 3-2 game. So Montero is up, I think. Let's see what Colorado has on their bullpen. Help them get out of this inning. So a couple people here in red are tired. They do not have much of a bullpen here. Batter is Montero. So maybe they will go to Qualt or Boone Logan. Now let's go to Rusin. So Rusin, another lefty. So we will go to Rusin. All right, so Rusin to come up to face Miguel Montero. 1 down, man on first. Let's see here what happens. 77. That is a check against the left fielder. We've got a 3. So Rayburn, if he is a 5 or below, he will get to the ball. All right, so let's check to see what he is. That's Rayburn. In left field, he is a 4, so he does. The 4 plus a 3 is a 7. He gets to it. Let me make sure that's what that was. Yeah, 3. So he gets to it. So no change there. Fly ball to left, 2 down. And that will bring in Addison Russell. 26 is a ground ball to the shortstop. So Rusin does stop the problem there in the 6th. So the batter for the Colorado Rockies is Ben Paulson. Justin Grimm still pitching. 38 single to right is an 8, plus his hit range is a 5, so that does make the condition true, so it is a single. So Paulson on first. That will bring up Tony Walters. So let's see what happens here. 73, that's going to be a check on the first baseman, Rizzo. So it's a ground out if his rate is a 4 or better. So 4 or better for Rizzo at first. Let's see what his rate is. So if you look up there for first baseman, Rizzo is a 3. So that was a 3 and a 4, so it is an out. So let's see what happens with a man on first. And it is a 7-3 ground out to first, double play. a runner on first, so it is a double play. 3-6-3 on the double play. So that gets them out of the inning, or not out of the inning, but there's 2 outs. So Rusin will depart as a batter. And they're going to go to... All right, we could go to Hundley. So Nick Hundley will come in and pinch hit for the pitcher. So let's get them to the top of the order because they are going to have a pinch hitter. So that is Hundley for Colorado. So let's get that out of the way. So Todd Hundley, I don't think I got that right, Nick Hundley. Todd Hundley was a player back in the 80s for the Mets. At least that's when he pitched for him, or when he batted for him. He was a catcher also. So Hundley to come up against Justin Grimm. And there is nobody on base, 2 outs. So Hundley comes up. The roll is a 41. That is a single to left. If it's a 2 plus 5 is below 8, so it is not. So 41 is, on this chart here, is an F7. So a good job by Justin Grimm to get out of the inning. So that's Justin Grimm up to bat, so he will get... Okay, so Justin Grimm was coming up, so we will get him out of there, get them to the top, and see who they can get to bat. So let's open up the Cubs. Let's open up the batter here first. And, well, we'll go with Javier Baez. So Javier Baez will come in to pinch hit. All right, let's get him up here. Oops, must have shut it down. So let's see. Play ball, baseball. 16. MLB. Chicago. So Chicago will come up. Baez will come up to bat. All right, so Javier Baez will come up to bat, and I think we need a pitcher also. Yep. So 7th inning, Colorado will need a pitcher. And their bullpen is not very good. I guess it's going to have to be Chad Qualls. So Chad Qualls will come up for Colorado. Okay, I can do that from here. Okay, so Chad Qualls. So there he is, Chad Qualls. He will come up against Javier Baez. So we'll put Baez over here, put that over here. So Baez will come up against Qualls. 31 is a single to right with a 1 is hit as a 7, so 7, so it does not come true. 31 is a fly ball to right. So fly ball to right. So Qualls gets 1 down. That'll bring up Dexter Fowler. 84. Pass ball, so there's nobody on base, so it is a pop up to the second baseman, or excuse me, to the catcher. Next batter, Jason Hayward, 21. That is a K. So Qualls with a good 1-2-3 inning in the 7th. So we're going to the 8th. Chicago will need a new pitcher. Let's see who they have on the bench. Against LeMahieu. So, let's see, righties. Let's go with Trevor Cahill. All right, so Cahill will come in. So Cahill will come in to bat or to pitch. He has been in, this is his 5th game. He's 1-0 with a 1.5 ERA. So we've got DJ LeMahieu coming up. Or actually, wait a minute here. Cahill is coming in to pitch. LeMahieu coming into bat. We are in the top of the eighth. I'm getting a little discombobulated here. So 27 for LeMahieu is a fly ball to the center field. So one down. That will bring up Trevor Story. 52. Strikeout. So another strikeout for Cahill. Brings up Carlos Gonzalez. 27 is a fly ball to right, or center. So that is a good inning for Cahill. I'm going to move these out of there a little bit so you can see Qualls has two batters left in the bottom of the eighth. He's going to go up against Ben Zobrist. 35, SL5. The hit rating is 6, so it's 11, so it is. So that is a single. There's no steal rating there. So Zobrist is just on at first. Anthony Rizzo coming up. 75, a check. Well, first they're going to have, it is supposed to be a range check, but there is a strikeout check here. A 7 plus his strikeout of 1 is not. So we are going to go to the third baseman, who is Arenado, and we start off with a 7. So let's see what his range is. Colorado hasn't had good ranges. His range is a 4, so the 7 plus the 4 is 11, so the condition is true. So it is a single to left. If I'm not mistaken, I think there's 2 bases on advances, and there's checks here. So let's see, 75 runners advances on base hits. All outfield singles are 2 base advances. So Chicago is back in business here, first and third, with nobody out. And Chris Bryant will be the batter. 41. Single to left with a 1. So 1 plus 6 is 7, so the condition is not met. So 41 is a fly ball to left. The Y means that the guy on third does score, so it'll make it 3-3 in the bottom of the eighth. So there's 1 down, a man on first for Jorge Soler. 73, another check on the first baseman. It is a ground ball, single to right, and it is a 5. So the first baseman, I've checked him before, is Paulson. So Paulson, I think he's above that. So his is, on first base, is a 6. So the 6 plus the 5 is 11, a single to right. So, and again, singles on those range checks are 2 bases. So first and third, Qualls is tired. And that is going to bring up Montero, a left-handed, well, he's actually, he is a left-handed batter. So the Rockies have to go for a new pitcher, and that's going to be Boone Logan. He's going to try to get through this first and third. So Boone Logan is the new pitcher in the bottom of the eighth. Man on first and third, 1 out. I think they're going to go infield in to try to cut off this runner. 64. Walk 4 plus. Oh, and he walked him. All right, so bases loaded, 1 out. Addison Russell comes up to the plate. Logan pitches. 52 is a K2, and an 8 is a strikeout. That gets you 10. So Boone Logan gets by a tough one. So that's going to bring up the pitcher spot. And I think they're running out of position players. Let's see what we have here. And I guess it's going to have to be this guy. I don't have any idea how to pronounce. So let's see. Best bet I have is Seizure, but I'm sure that's not right. All right, so let's see what he can do. Got one more person on the bench, and that guy's going to have to stay there. That is the only catcher left. All right, so here we are again. We got the bases loaded, 2 down. This will bring up this Matt Cesar. We'll guess with that one. 67 is a walk 7, and it's a +5. They walk in. They walk in the go-ahead run. So it's magical start for the Chicago Cubs of 9-0. They've got a shot now to go to 10-0. So it's 4-3. Bases are still loaded. 51 is a K1. K thing on the pitchers is 8. Makes the 9. So it is, that does make the condition true. So it is a strikeout. So now we need to look for the pitcher for, so Hector Rondon will come in to pitch for the Cubs to try to, he will try to get the save. He's got 5 already on the season. This is 6th game appearance. No runs, no losses. Excuse me, no wins, no losses. 5 saves. And that's going to bring up Arenado. So we'll see where it is. Top of the 9th. 52 is a K2. The strikeout of 7 is 9. That makes the condition true. It is a strikeout. Next batter, Geraldo Parra. 52 again. K2 plus a strikeout of 7 is 9. So that is a strikeout. So 2 down. And the next batter, possible last batter, Ryan Raburn. He homered. So let's see, 14. Double to center. So he is start. So that would have been some bases there. So Ben Paulson to come up. 2 down. Man on second. Paulson, 57 K7. He does strike him out. So that finishes the game. Let's get this all cleared up so you can see what the story is. So the Chicago Cubs win their 10th game in a row, beating the Colorado Rockies 4-3 with a big 2-run outburst in the 8th inning. So let's go to the box score. So let's see what for them. Two hits for Raburn, including a home run. And for the Cubs, Soler 3 for 4, Bryant 2 for 3. Look at the pitching. Cahill with the win, 2-0. Rondon with a 6th save. And Qualls with the loss. So let's take a look at what is going on in other games. So Boston beats Toronto. They are 8-1. They may be the next team we show. Cleveland beats the Mets. Cleveland is on a 4-game winning streak. Detroit over Houston, 3-2. The Angels over Minnesota. The Yankees 4-5, win 8-3. Oakland 7-0. Chicago over Tampa Bay. So after Tampa Bay's 5-0 start, they are 1-4 after that. Baltimore 4-0 over Texas. Worley with the win. Our game, Chicago over Colorado. San Francisco goes to 8-3 over the Dodgers. Madison Bumgarner 3-0. Miami 4-3 over Atlanta. Washington goes to 7-2, beating Philadelphia. Papelbon with his 5th save. Milwaukee 6-1 over Pittsburgh. Arizona beating San Diego 3-1. And Cincinnati wins their first game of the season at 1-9, beating St. Louis. It's 5-2. So let's check out the replay daily. Clayton Kershaw, 10 strikeouts, even though they lost. So Brandon Belt, play of the day. Top of the 7th, he hit a 2-run home run to put him in the lead. And the big game of the day, Detroit at Houston. Detroit beat them 3-2. So looking at the standings, 8-1 for Boston. Cleveland holding on to a tie with the White Sox. And Oakland 1 game over Houston. Washington 2 games over the Mets. The Cubs at 10-0, 4-game lead over St. Louis. And San Francisco 8-3, 2 games over Los Angeles. So I think we'll possibly the next game. See who Boston plays. They play Toronto. Price against Estrada. I think that may be the next game we broadcast. David Price going for 3-0. So, right away from Chicago Wrigley Field, we're signing off. This is Mike Martin for MMSN. Have a great day.